It's almost too late. There are major changes on the horizon happening around us right now. With the introduction of BRICS, things are going to change fast. Watch to the end of the video to fully understand the implications of the introduction of the BRICS platform as well as the BRICS currency and how this is going to transform the world around us, in addition to Trump becoming a very crypto friendly administration when he enters into his second term. Today's video comes from the Coin Bureau. Their channel will be linked in the description of the video so that you can go check them out and support them. And now let's just go ahead and jump right into the first video.
You want to start with this idea of a crypto czar in the White House. How do you look at a role like this and the relationship that this person would have with the SEC, with the crypto industry, but also making sure that, hey, this is an industry where I think a lot of critics would say consumers still need to be protected?
Yeah, I think that when you talk about things like clarity and the desire to bring clarity, you have to really define what that means here in Washington. On the one hand, it means what are the substantive rules, and that's where you have things like a crypto czar to ideally help coordinate across the government. But it also means, how do you comply with those rules? And I think that what you're going to see, both coming from the SEC or coming from a crypto czar, and certainly even coordination from the Treasury Department, is this question of how do we make rules that are fit for purpose, and then how exactly are those companies going to ultimately comply with those rules for the ongoing future?
So speaking of rules of the future, it's not like in the last Trump administration there were no rules, right? I mean, you actually had some fairly critical approaches to some parts of the crypto industry. And when you look at the way crypto has been behaving, yes, there's Bitcoin on one hand, but then there's all of this optimism on, for example, this idea that altcoins will be almost en masse being approved to be rolled up into ETF wrappers. Do you think that this exuberance is maybe going a little too far, given what we've seen in the past?
As I said, I think people get a little bit confused about what clarity means. I think that you heard this from the Coinbase comments earlier, is that what the industry has thus far advocated is clear rules of the road. I mean, certainly the SEC didn't engender a lot of friends by pursuing enforcement actions where there wasn't a lot of clarity as to how to make fit for purpose rules. But there are rules, and those rules will be in place. Generally, we tend to think about things like AML and KYC issues that will certainly continue to predominate the national conversation. But there is also an entire world, an entire ambit of things that firms are going to have to think about in the near future, including operational rules. Over at my company, Blueprint, we think about disclosure rules that really companies are going to have to think about if they want to remain on the right side of even the Trump administration.
So keep in mind, right now, Donald Trump, his company, his technology company, which is on the stock exchanges, DJT, they rolled out their first piece of tech, which was Truth Social, but they're now in the process of purchasing a cryptocurrency exchange. And do not make any doubt that Donald J. Trump coin is going to be on there. Okay. So one of the next big brand waves of coins are going to be brand coins. And that's going to be kind of an extension of the whole meme coin thing. It's going to have a massive, very just outright massive take on the market. So you're going to have things like Coca-Cola coin and so forth. But not just that, you're also going to have the whole BRICS thing coming into this, guys. For many of you, I won't say it's too late, but it's almost too late to get in at the floor. Because right now we're still at the floor for so many of these projects, that you can be jumping into, like XRP and many of you guys are sitting on the sideline saying that you'll wait until there's more definition and wait to see what others are doing. It's like, imagine if you could have jumped into Solana. Solana, for example, is trading for $235 a coin right now. In 2020, it was like $1.23 a coin. In 2023, you could have picked one up for like $23 a coin. And this is the platform that's being used to create a lot of meme coins right now. It's because it's very straightforward. It's very easy to use. I mean, guys, just kind of use your heads. Many of you are sitting on the sidelines like, oh, I'm just going to wait until someone else until everyone else is doing it. Yeah. So when Bitcoin is going for $1 million a coin, that's when you feel comfortable jumping in. When a crap coin that you could have picked up for for a fraction of a penny, $10, you could have gotten 3 million of them. I'm not exaggerating. All right, and there are some crap coins right now that you can do that with, but you could have gotten 3 millions of these crap coins when they were going for a fraction of a penny, and now for $10, and now they're worth now that same $10 investment is easily worth $350,000. You know, it's like something is wrong with you guys psychologically. I'm just being so damn honest. People just don't use their heads, and then they blame everyone else around them, and they start to cry and moan and say like it's a scam, it's a scam. Bitcoin is at $100,000. It's still a scam. Bitcoin is at $10 million. It's a national reserve currency that's being used on the BRICS. That's being used on the BRICS platform for international trade. It's still a scam. Go cash and gold, bro. Your cash is now worth nothing. It costs $15 for a loaf of bread. They're accepting Bitcoin now. You have a much better chance. It's much more stable. I don't care. Bro. Where do you live right now? I'm living in my car. It's been hard. Yeah, guys, don't take advice from these people. Don't take advice from these people. These people don't tell people what you're doing. It's okay if you want to talk about crypto, if you want to talk about your business, about your finances, come over to the Crypto Academy. Come over to Crypto Academy. You guys are making it your second home. We have a chat over there. You can talk to each other about your investments, about so forth. Don't talk to these idiots out here about your investments, because the same people that are attacking you and shaming you and acting like like you're delusional for jumping into things like crypto are the same people that will try to steal your crypto and will try to control alt delete you for that crypto. That's another thing. Like, don't tell your guys. It's gonna be predatory out here, y'all. They're gonna be going for, like, women, anyone who finds out that someone has Bitcoin. Never tell anyone that you have a Bitcoin or even a large amount of Bitcoin. Act like you don't even know what the hell that is, or you briefly heard of it. Play dumb. Just like you have to learn how to look poor, you have to learn how to play dumb. Like you don't have any real financial literacy. You need to walk around looking like you're kind of a bit aloof, like a little stupid. Don't let people mess with you. Don't let people punk you. But just look like you're a simple dude. Look kind of simple, so people will just stay the hell away from you. All right. And then all the while you're there just basically living it up, living simple lives of luxury and comfort. But you have to be very careful, because if anyone knows, guys, there are only 21 million Bitcoins, which means that there's not enough Bitcoins for every millionaire in just the United States alone. So not every millionaire can have a Bitcoin, and every millionaire is going to want to have a Bitcoin. Bitcoin is going to be a national reserve currency. Trump is going to be purchasing 1 million of them, spending $1 trillion on them at the very least. It's a massive amount of money. Absolutely. For those of you that did not get into the ground floor, that did not get into Bitcoin, and other cryptocurrencies that are transforming the market right now, it's not too late for you yet, especially when it comes to the whole meme coins. Guys, you need to wake up and realize that this is your last chance, because as soon as Trump comes in, these coins are going to start to skyrocket. Do not mess around. Let me talk about something critical, something you cannot afford to ignore. The world is changing fast. Banks are failing, ATMs are running out of cash, and doors are being chained shut. If you're not prepared, if if you're not invested in cryptocurrency, you could be left with nothing. No money, no way to protect your family, no way to survive. But it doesn't have to be that way. Imagine being the one who thrives while everyone else is panicking. Imagine having the knowledge to buy while others are selling, securing your financial freedom no matter how bad things get. That's why you need to check out my latest investment guide in Angry's Crypto Academy. And that's actually linked in the description below. That's why you need to check out my latest investment guide in Angry's Crypto Academy, linked in the description below. In this investment guide, I break down 5 meme coins with the potential to make early investors millionaires. These aren't just random picks. These are opportunities that could change your life. if you act now. Angry's Crypto Academy isn't just about meme coins, though. It's a full education on crypto, how to buy it, sell it, and even day trade it for a living. Plus, we keep you ahead of the curve, alerting you to new trends before the masses even know they exist. This isn't optional, it's critical. It's about protecting your future, your family, and your freedom. The decisions you make today could mean the difference between survival or watching everything collapse around you. So don't wait, don't hesitate. Click the link in the description now and start preparing to thrive while everyone else scrambles to survive. Because guys, I mean, it's not going to get any better. It's going to be very, very harsh out there. It's going to be really, really harsh out there. And everyone who's playing around and thinks that it's a game, those are the people that are going to suffer. And a lot of the people that are bashing crypto right now, these are the people that are also secretly buying it. There's this one guy in my comments who said, 4 years ago, he was one of those people that were critics of crypto. And then he jumped into it and he's just so grateful that he did. Guys, think about all the people that this person helped prevent from investing in crypto. And now this guy is loading up, scraping the pot clean, stuffing as much of his money into it as possible. This guy is greedy for it, greedy, buying up crap coins left and right. All right. This guy's there's a word for them. There's a pig. There's a pig. This guy's hungry. All right. He wants to gobble it all for himself. And he was there telling people years ago to not invest in crypto, that it was a scam. Okay? Don't listen to your stupid friends, guys. I could have bought 10,000 Bitcoins. 10,000 Bitcoins years ago. But my stupid friend convinced me that it was what people use to buy their drugs on the dark web. And if I invested in crypto, the F to the B to the I were going to come and get me. I could have had 10,000 Bitcoins. Jesus. Thanks, stupid friend. Don't be like these people. Don't be stupid like these people, guys. Don't listen to stupid people. Don't tell people what you're doing. Do not, guys, if you're going to run a business, if you're going to start a business, do not tell people what you're doing. If you need advice, go and get advice from someone who's running a business, for someone who knows about the field that you're going into. Go and speak to someone successful. That's what you do. Go and speak to someone successful. Do not talk to your friends and your family. They don't know shit. I'm just being, and even if it's like you're dealing with a person who's in that field, you still have to be careful because they may not know what the hell they're talking about because they just weren't successful. You could have a guy who works in sanitation and you tell him that I want to go and start my own company, my own sanitation company, and they'll tell you no. And then, 20 years later, you're kicking yourself because had you started that sanitation company, you would already be a millionaire right now. Let me tell you something about modern women, guys. It does not matter how they view us. You do what you do. You do what you have to do to survive. Any woman that would look down on a garbage man is not a woman you should be in a relationship with. You have to be a real terrible human being. All right? You have to be a real simp to want to be in a relationship with a woman who would look down on a garbage man, because that is a reflection of you. Let me tell you right now, I'm going to be real with you. I'm going to be real with so many of you right now. If you disrespect garbage men, and I'm just putting it out there, if you disrespect garbage men, if you disrespect the people who keep our streets clean, if you disrespect paramedics, if you disrespect these people, if you disrespect people who keep the toilets, guys, if you disrespect janitors, I'm putting it out there. Get the hell off my channel. I don't want you here. You're at peace. If you're that type of person, I don't need you around me. Because plumbers, guys, do you even know what a plumber is? A plumber is powerful. A plumber is powerful. These people can take down walls, fix all kinds of stuff. I mean, they're not supposed to, but a lot of them do electrical wiring as well. Plumbers are powerful. When you are in a catastrophe, in a very, very dangerous and bad time, like things are not going well, many of you, who would you rather be with you, a doctor or a plumber? Many of you will immediately go, a doctor, a doctor. Guys, these people give out aspirin. A lot of it is common sense, okay? A lot of it's common sense. These people they're portrayed more like superheroes than they really are. Just let me make this very clear. A doctor and a surgeon are not the same thing. And there are a lot of people who can administer first aid better than a lot of doctors. Okay, I like overseas better because a lot of doctors, most doctors overseas, if you go to get your blood drawn, it's the doctor who draws your blood. If you go and get your blood pressure taken, but many doctors in America can't even do these things. They can't even take blood pressure, let alone draw blood. It's a disgrace. It's a real and utter disgrace in America. But I'm just saying, like, these people have no utility. So you don't even, most of you really don't know anything about life, and you're very, very disrespectful. Like, you would be out there disrespecting people like garbage men and plumbers when you don't understand how valuable these people are. Okay? Even a taxi driver. Do you know listen to me. A lot of taxi drivers. I used to have a lot of friends who were taxi drivers. Do you know the opportunities I gained because I had friends who were taxi drivers? Because they knew all the things that were going on. They knew all the places. If I needed something to eat, I never realized how good I absolutely had it. Having all those friends who were taxi drivers. Or I would want to go out and they tell me, no, 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 you can't go out right now. Something's going down. Something, something's going down. You can't go out right now. You got to stay inside. Okay? Many of you have not lived life yet. You're even some of y'all who are in your 50s and pushing 60 or in your 60s, you have not gone anywhere. You have not traveled. You have not seen how dark this world really can be. And you learn very quickly who to prioritize and who is of value in this world. I'll tell you right now, doctors are not at the top of the list. I remember when I was in in university, and one of my professors, he was telling us a story about China. He had spent a lot of time in China. And he told us a story about China where he said that in China at one time, the government felt that the doctors in the country were becoming a bit too uppity, right? So what they did was they took a bunch of doctors and they gave them some training as farmers, and they said they said that the doctors are now going to work as farmers, and they took a bunch of farmers and they gave them some medical training, and they said that the farmers were going to now work as doctors. And the professor went on to say, needless to say, millions starved. Guys, there's a statistic, and it's not there. Don't listen to it's a true statistic. Every time the doctors go on strike, every time the doctors go on strike, the mortality rates go down. This is absolutely true. It's absolutely true. Whenever doctors go on strike, for example, they try to come up with all kinds of reasons. Basically, doctors take more lives than they save. And when the more likely you have a greater chance of actually passing away as a result of doctors than being saved by one. It's crazy. That's not to say that you should never go to a doctor. You guys should be taking care of your health if you have high blood pressure and stuff like that. But you have to be very careful. Doctors actually take more lives than they save. It's 100% statistics, and you can look it up. If you want to survive and thrive, guys, you are going to have to be ready for everything, and you need to be investing in yourself, and you need to be investing in crypto. Also, many of you don't even understand how BRICS actually works.
The group of emerging economies known as BRICS makes up more than 40% of the world's population and a quarter of the global economy. And more countries want to join the club, which aims to challenge a world order seen to be dominated by the US and its Western allies. But what exactly is BRICS? Who wants in? And why? Underscoring the growth potential of Brazil, Russia, India, and China, a chief economist at Goldman Sachs came up with the BRIC acronym in 2001. The group was founded as an informal club in 2009. Its creation initiated by Russia. South Africa joined the following year. It's the smallest member in terms of economic clout and population. BRICS is not a formal multilateral organization like the UN or World Bank. Its leaders usually get together annually, with each nation rotating through a one-year chairmanship of the group. The bloc operates by consensus. Apart from geopolitics, the group's focus includes economic cooperation and increasing multilateral trade and development. And that's attracting others. This year's chair, South Africa, says over 40 countries have expressed interest in joining. Iran has said it hopes the club will pin down the new membership process as soon as possible. Oil heavyweight Saudi Arabia has the backing of Russia and Brazil. And Argentina says it has China's support. One of Africa's fastest growing economies, Ethiopia, says it's asked to join. Bolivia appears interested too. In July, the country turned to the Chinese yuan, saying it wanted to curb dependence on the US dollar for foreign trade. That move aligns with BRICS' stated aim. The same month, Algeria said it applied for membership and to become a shareholder in the so-called BRICS Bank, or New Development Bank. Still, current members are divided over expansion. China wants the group to get bigger as it tussles with the US over trade and geopolitics. South Africa and Russia, which hopes to thaw its diplomatic isolation over the Ukraine war, are also keen to see the group grow. But Brazil is more skeptical, and India is undecided.
I mean, guys, this is a major, major development, and it will change everything for all of us. BRICS is an incredible opportunity for growth and to make money. Now, many of you probably don't understand truly how BRICS works and what is it. So we're going to actually kind of jump into that a little bit because I want you to understand how BRICS actually works. So BRICS is an intergovernmental organization comprised of Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. The platform aims to create a counterweight to Western influence in global institutions by coordinating economic and diplomatic policies among its member states. The BRICS countries have implemented initiatives such as the New Development Bank, the BRICS Contingent Reserve Arrangement, and the BRICS Joint Statistical Publication. So many of you probably are trying to understand, well, what exactly is the BRICS platform? The BRICS platform is basically a platform kind of like an exchange, except it's not an exchange. It's kind of like a trading platform, except it's not entirely about necessarily trade. More so, it's about facilitating the ability to buy and sell and use different currencies. So BRICS countries are determined to trade in their own local currencies instead of relying on major currencies like the US dollar and the euro. This approach aims to lower transaction costs, reduce dependence on foreign currencies, and support economic growth and the development within the member states. For example, Russia might receive rupees when selling oil to India, or yuan when selling to China. So the BRICS countries are exploring the creation of a common digital currency called UNIT. This cryptocurrency would be backed by a basket of assets, including gold and mixed fiat currencies. The unit aims to provide a stable and reliable medium for international transactions, potentially bypassing the complexities and fees associated with traditional cross-border payments. And then they would be using a technology like Ripple, possibly XRP, to facilitate a lot of interbank transactions. So basically, Ripple would be used to replace the SWIFT system and allow them to do banking that way. It's an incredible technology. So the purpose of BRICS, the primary purpose of BRICS is to boost the economic power of its member nations by fostering collaboration to drive growth, enhance trade and share technology. By working together, BRICS aims to reduce reliance on Western markets and financial systems like the SWIFT payment system. The organization also seeks to create greater economic and geopolitical integration and coordination among member states. BRICS represents a significant portion of the world's population and economic output, making it a major player in the global economy. The group's expansion and initiatives reflects its ambition to reshape the global economic order and provide an alternative to Western dominated institutions. So, guys, you're like, how can I invest in some BRICS? The smartest move to invest in BRICS right now would be to hold cryptocurrency, because a lot of these cryptocurrencies may end up being traded on this platform. And that's one of the smartest things to do. So you want to hold a little Bitcoin. You want to hold other coins that are likely to work in this area. I've actually told you guys about one dark horse coin that is very much like Bitcoin. It's almost as old as Bitcoin, and it has flown completely under the radar. People in the academy have been buying it up over in Angry's Crypto Academy have been buying it up. When you find out what coin it is, you're like, oh yeah, this makes sense. You can actually find a link in the description that will take you over to the academy, and you can go to the courses. You can see all of our courses, and you can basically find out what that coin is. You can also message me. So paid members, when you become a paid subscriber over in the academy, we have a chat over there. We basically all start in the chat. We all talk in the chat. I just allowed you guys to create your own threads over there. So if as long as they don't abuse it, I won't take it away. If they abuse it, I'll take it away. And you can basically create your own threads, ask questions, but you can talk to each other, you can talk to me. I'm constantly in the chat. I wake up, I go jump in the chat, see what you guys are talking about over there. And you can message me directly. So that's very, very important. So you can figure out, because that's another thing, guys. Some of you all, this is one way like you guys have been working with me is avoiding is learning how not to get scammed. Like one of you guys was like, hey, like I lost some money on this platform, and they told me I need to send some more money so I can get my money back. And I'm like, yeah, bro, that's a scam. Like send $500 and you'll get the rest of your money back, but you need this to, yeah, that's a scam. Like many of you don't know about crypto, you don't know how the pirates work, but now and that's why you need someone who is versed in cryptocurrency, knows what they're doing, and can tell you, yeah, this is a scam. And it's still like crypto is still the wild wild west. It is still the wild wild west. You're like, well, you remember that song from the 90s with Will Smith, Wild Wild West, and I think Salma Hayek was in that. She was a baddie, wasn't she? I mean, you guys have to know what's going on. You have to make sure that you're not going to be taken advantage of, because it's rough out there. It's really, really rough out there. You have to wake the hell up and be consciously aware and alert of what's going on in our society right now, because it's it's crazy, guys. People are going to be starving. People are going to be hungry. Right now we're in the midst of stagflation. Stagflation is an absolute nightmare. It's an absolute nightmare. It's a pretty horrific thing, and you have to be basic. You guys, you need to have your. Once Trump is in office, these cryptos are going to start skyrocketing. Telling you right now.
James today over at ComSec. Morning, Craig. How are we looking today?
In terms of economic news, US GDP, economic growth, was only 1.6% in the first quarter. The expectation had been a lot higher at 2.4%, and the measure of inflation was higher, but the deflator was at 3.4% compared with 1.8%. So it's raising concerns about stagflation, which is slow economic growth and rising inflation. Not a very good combination. So certainly that will be talked about in terms of the markets as well. But certainly a fairly busy day. We've got data on producer prices and export and import prices, and of course more earnings results coming out from the United States.
I mean, guys, yeah, it's bad. It's really, really bad. People are going to be hungry. People are going to be starving. People are going to be suffering. People are going to be in deep states of despair and poverty. And it's like you have to ask yourself, do you want to be one of them? Do you want to find yourself in this situation? Because it's not going to be lovely. It's really, really not going to be lovely, guys. You have to wake up and realize we are heading for some very truly difficult and harsh times. And if you're not prepared for those times, then you're going to be left behind, guys. You're going to be left behind, and you're not going to know what to do. You're not going to know how to survive. I'm telling you guys, you're right. You need to know what to do. All right. It's guys, it basically creates, it basically what we're looking at right now is extremely heightened rates of poverty. Okay, heightened rates of poverty, and people are going to be, everything is going to be for sale. I've said this, everything is going to be for sale. Guys, if everything fell apart tomorrow, what would you do? If banks closed their doors, ATM stopped working, and the economy collapsed, what would you do? How would you protect yourself and your family and your future? That's not just a hypothetical. Look around. Our economy is crumbling, and those who aren't preparing now are going to be left with nothing. No more, no money, no resources, no way to survive. But there's a way to protect yourself and even thrive when everything else is falling apart. In my latest investment guide over at Angry's Crypto Academy, I also break down an incredible opportunity, a simple $10 move that could not only prepare you for what's coming, but also set you up for true financial freedom. This isn't hype. It's about being ready when others are panicking. At the Crypto Academy, we teach you everything you need to know about crypto, how to buy, sell, and even day trade crypto for a living. We alert you to new trends before they explode so you can profit before anyone else even knows what's happening. When the collapse comes, and it will, you'll be in a position not just to survive, but to thrive. While others are struggling, you'll be the one prepared, buying when everyone else is selling. This isn't optional knowledge, it's critical. Did you hear me? It is critical, guys. For some, it will be the difference between life and death. Click the link in the description to check out the investment guide and learn more. Don't wait. This knowledge could be the one thing standing between you and financial disaster. The window's closing, and you don't want to be the one looking back, wishing you'd acted. Protect yourself, protect your family. Be ready. Guys, it's almost too late. It's almost too late to get in before these coins skyrocket, because with the coming regulation Trump is going to bring for crypto, everything is going to skyrocket. Stagflation is not going anywhere. Elon has already said that America should prepare for a short period of extraordinary hardship. So, I mean, you could either basically be out there in the streets hungry and thirsty and struggling, trying to survive, or you could be basically enjoying yourself and relaxing and living your best life while others who didn't prepare are suffering. Let me know your thoughts. We'll talk about it in the comments. Like the video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you like the video, share the video. And just remember that all roads lead to MWA and walking away. And cheers.